everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm the Stone Shamaness. Excuse me. I'd like to say happy solstice to everyone, summer solstice. It's the 21st today, so in some areas the solstice will be today and some areas yesterday. And also we had a new moon in Cancer, so it might have been quite emotional for some of you. That's a water sign. New moon in Cancer, and we also had a solar eclipse. In the UK it was this morning, probably just before 6 AM. I was still asleep, I didn't get up for it. So I take it all went well. I woke up this morning, absolutely loads of energy, feel really refreshed, because it was actually a Stargate yesterday. So we should have all moved along a bit more on our ascension. Some of you might not have had such a good time because eclipses do bring in big changes in people's lives. You might have broke up with a partner that you've been with for years, and or lost your job, or all sorts of things can happen. You could even be pregnant. So they do bring in big fated changes. That's what usually happens around that time. So anyway, I'll tell you what to expect on the video. I've done some golden ray light language, which I managed to capture yesterday with the sun, because the weather's been crazy in the UK. 1 minute sunny, next minute raining. So I have managed to capture some light codes, done some light language to bring in the Christ consciousness. And also there's going to be footage of me walking around my spiral grid that's outside, and there's footage of me also placing petals as I walk round. I do an explanation about that as well. I'm going to show you the grid that I made indoors, because this is like a two-part video. I did start the solstice video yesterday, but because I made a grid indoors, the candles wouldn't have showed up very well in the daytime, because I did the candles in a lovely circle to represent the ring of fire when the moon goes across the sun. Unfortunately we couldn't see it in the UK, so that's another reason I didn't bother waking up early. There's no point. Yeah, that's it. I'll talk about that grid, and you've got the footage of the light language. So if you haven't seen yesterday's video for the solstice, please go back, because it is part of today's one, because a lot of the footage that I recorded was recorded yesterday for the solstice and the eclipse. And also I do link up the other solstices, the grids that I made the last 2 years, old footage. That's quite interesting to look at. I quite enjoyed it myself, looking back at the grids that I made a couple of years back. So I think that's about it, and I'd like to thank all my subscribers. I don't think I thanked you all yesterday. I was really ungrounded yesterday. I was in a bit of a twirl. Everything was getting on top of me, and but today everything's fine. My team must have helped me when I went to sleep. If ever you're feeling a bit at loose ends, or feeling you can't cope, you can ask your guides and your team to work on you when you're asleep, and then usually when you wake up the next day everything's fine again. So I think that's about it. Happy solstice and happy eclipse to everybody, and I wish you all a blessed day, and I'll see you all soon. Okay, I also forgot something as well. I should really write some notes because I do get distracted. Now, I was going to tell you about the light language thumbnail I made for a lady. She's actually a really good friend of mine. We shared a past life together. So she gave me permission because she thought the message was quite important to use the drawing that I drew for her on my thumbnail and also on my video because it's got an important message. It's of Jesus. The light language is actually in Hebrew. On the left hand side, I'll do a still picture so you can all see. On the left hand side, I actually copied that light language. It's from the book of Daniel. I'll leave a link in the description if anyone wants to read it, actually. I mean, I'm not religious. I have been brought up religious. And I think it's essential on your journey to explore different religions. But I don't want to go into that subject because that's quite a long subject, really. But I believe that all the religions and beliefs all lead to the same source energy, God energy. And we're all just different avenues on the way there. But anyway, I'm not going to go into that. I do believe that the Bible has been tampered with. But I also believe that there's some important things in the Bible as well. For instance, I started speaking light language. In those days it was called speaking in tongues, and that was when I read the Bible. It was actually in the New Testament. I can't remember what I was reading at the time. It was probably something to do with Jesus. But anyway, through the crown, I had a activation, and then I started speaking light language, and that's why after that I was a devout Christian for quite a while. And maybe I should go into this another time. I think this is going to be, it'll end up a really long video. Anyway, I'll go on to that subject a different time because that will go into my Kundalini awakening, my first activation. So anyway, yes. So anyway, I started speaking the light language, so that's why it is important. If you've got a feeling that there's a message that's important, like in the Bible, it is important to share it. So on the left hand side, it's in the book of Daniel. I'm not 100% sure where it is now, but I'll leave it in the link. It's Belshazzar, King Belshazzar, and he's having a feast, and they're worshipping gods of gold and silver and bronze, and then all of a sudden there's a writing on the wall. I think he was mocking God or something, I don't know. But anyway, there's writing on the wall with God's finger. And this writing, when I was in meditation, it came up in like a vision, this writing. And then I heard the words that it's DNA fire codes. So I don't know if it's the symbols. I was a bit confused because I wasn't sure if it was the message that... I mean, the message could have even been tampered with, I don't know. But the symbols are the symbols for the DNA fire codes. That's what I heard in my meditation. So I was guided to draw these symbols, and that's on the left hand side. And on the right hand side, it's just freehand light language that I channeled. My friend did decode the right hand side and said it was... What came to mind was another scripture, which is John 3:16, about Jesus, how God Jesus, his own beloved Son, into the world. It's a lovely scripture anyway. That's what came to mind. I don't know if that's a translation of the words, but it's just that message is the message that you'll decode yourself. My friend will have a different message than I have. It's like with the light language, you always decode it through your soul, and it's very difficult to translate it because the light language is on all different levels of your soul, and it affects different people differently. So anyway, it's a beautiful artwork drawing that I did, and it was really, I could feel the love when I was drawing this. Sometimes when I'm channeling, when I'm drawing, I'm channeling, and it's the energies were really good, really beautiful of this. So I do feel that it benefits those that look at that artwork and light language. And if you've got any messages from it, please leave in the comments. I'd love to hear that. Very interesting. And I do want to thank all of you for your wonderful comments. Some of them have really have been beautiful and astonishing, and really heartfelt comments. And it really does make all this work worthwhile, because I have been asked to step up. That's why I've been on a lot more by my guides, to step up the channel and get some more light language out there, as you've probably noticed. And I am fully on my mission at the moment, and I'll just do what I'm guided to do at the time. So that's enough of me rambling on, and I'll see you all soon. Okay, this is footage of my Eclipse grid that I made yesterday, and there's footage of it with the all lit up on this video. I got the idea from a video I did before, which I'll upload today, around the eclipse time, to put the candles in a circle, so it looks like the eclipse, the ring of fire. And I've added all my skulls. As you can see, I've got some new recruits. A lovely dragon here. That was actually the dragon language that I did on the thumbnail of yesterday's video. It's from this dragon. It's called Asta. It's been to lots of sacred sites. It is second hand. And that one's a rose quartz one. They come as a pair. And I was fortunate enough to have some help with donations to get them as a pair. A friend donated the extra so I could get the second one, because that was in the light language translation of this one, that it wanted to be with the other one if possible. And some of the light language as well, in the meditation, when I meditated on it, it showed me Stonehenge, and it was a map to go into inner earth. So it's very fascinating. I'm sure they'll have more information for me to unlock. So this one's called Venus, and I did actually buy the two of them on Friday, so I'll always remember, because it's the day of Venus anyway. I'll remember the day that I bought those. And my other dragon that I've got, that was a Chinese carver, and I named that one Xing. Very useful in lots of grids, this dragon has been. And I've got, this one's called Sophia, a lepiodite. It's got lovely like sparkles. Probably can't see so well in this light. Lovely soft energy. That one's called Cherry Blossom. It's a lovely rose quartz. And I was fortunate enough to get another one I think it's the same carver. They look quite similar. And that one's called Whistle. And this one's called Lizard. I named it Lizard because to touch, it's got like a feeling of a lizard skin. That's a silver eye serpentine crystal skull, and that one was second hand as well. That was from the person that owned it before. It was from Glastonbury. They bought that. So if you can hear some moaning, it's my dog just lying down in the background. He is quite vocal. And this skull is called Hele. My daughter named her Hele. It's a female skull. She does get some beautiful rainbows when you catch her in the sun. She's quite a clear, high grade crystal. And I've got tulip here. It's got a tiny geode at the top. Might not be able to see. And that's a chevron amethyst crystal. Another one that's got lots of rainbows in when you catch it in the sun. You have to catch it in the right angle. That one's smoky quartz, and that one I called Freya. And this is snowflake obsidian. Very good for healing work and very grounding. And I called that one Darth. It is a nummite skull. That one's called Jackal. It's got the beautiful gold bronzy strikes going through. And they're from Greenland, these stones are. You can get some fakes from China, but this is the real deal. This was quite an expensive one that I bought one Christmas from my local crystal shop. And that's a rainbow aura, flame aura, titanium. That one would be heated at high temperatures with precious metals, and that one's called Phoenix. It's rather a newish one. I haven't worked with Phoenix much, but I do tend on getting to know some of the ones that I haven't connected with so much. Because I bought Judy Hall's Crystal Skull book, so I plan on reading that. That one's beauty as well. That one's called Mint. I use this crystal to heal animals and lots of animal grids. I've used mint when my dog's been unwell. Very effective. Now this is a chrysanthemum. I did actually think it was a Chinese writing crystal. It's very hard to tell the difference between them all. I haven't actually named this one yet, so I do plan to work with this one. And we've got Mist. Got Mist this Christmas just gone, and he was an absolute bargain. It's got some lovely inclusions. I'll step into the sun a bit, you might be able to see. It's an absolute stunner. He's a beautiful healer. If you place him on your body, you get some beautiful vibrations. If you place him on your solar plexus, I should have done that the other day when I had my blocked solar plexus. And last but not least is my beautiful skull, Laugh. Now, he isn't actually made out of crystal, but he does hold a very powerful, strong energy. He's a replica of one of the 13 crystal skulls, because his mouth opens, his jaw. and that's why my daughter called him Laugh, because of the way his jaw opens, and he always looks very happy and like he's laughing. He's been on a lot of grids, a lot of healing grids, and done a lot of work with him. Oh, and this is actually a new recruit. It's a glass lamp actually, I'll just show you. Looks really effective in the night time, as you would have seen on the footage that I did. I thought it'd be great. I think when I place this one in the sun, it's going to shoot off some really good colour rays as well, colour light codes. And because we have had lockdown in England, but a few shops have started to open, and I did actually, when I went to get some hair gel the other day, I did actually see this in the shop. It had all sorts of things in there. I was quite interested. Lots of incense holders and bits and bobs, so I would like to go back. And when I saw this skull, I thought absolutely perfect for the solstice. So I've put some feathers on, peacock feathers, and these are like porcelain pieces that I've drawn on with the rune symbols. They are wearing off a bit now. Some of you might recognise some of these symbols. And this one is actually an Azes 2 light. That's a high vibrating crystal. I added that because I do like to make sure the grid is even if possible, because there's 3 stones on this side, so I wanted to do the same. So that's my Eclipse grid, and I'll see you in a minute.